TMDE Sports is brought to you by Fanatics.com for all your official licensed gear. We still got Six Flags tickets. The Browns decided to start letting people go today. And former NFL journeyman Stylez G White joins the show. Let's get it. What's going on YouTube? What's going on Facebook and all the social media networks? It's TMDE Sports, where we talk about everything in the sports world and our beloved Cleveland Browns. We got a doozy of a show for you today and a very special guest. Before we get to that, let's introduce the cast. Chrissy Acuity is in the building. Chrissy, what's going on?
Anxiety is getting ready to go through the roof because right now, as we speak, we are waiting to see what this stupid Hurricane Idalia or whatever the crap its name is going to do. And the projection that it's taking right now was the same one that Ian was doing last year. So, yay!
Well, I hope that works out. I'm going to pray for you, man, that it doesn't turn.
I'm worried about my parents' house.
All right.
So,
the British Bulldog is in the Pete Barber. Pete, let them know what's good, baby.
Yes. Praying for you, Florida. Okay, we know what happened before. We don't want that to happen again. Okay, so now we've got some special stuff today, haven't we? So let's go.
Here we go.
Let's get it cracking. All right, y'all. We have a very special guest today. This man played in the NFL, and I have to give this man credit because he's played for a lot of teams, including the Minnesota Vikings, the Atlanta Falcons, the Tennessee Titans, New Orleans Saints, Redskins, Bears, Tampa Bay, and the Orlando Predators. I got to introduce this man. This man is Stylez White, formerly known as Greg White. He was drafted in the 2002 NFL draft to the Houston Texans. Stylez, what's good, player? How you doing, man?
I'm good. How y'all doing?
What up? I'm really wondering how you're doing because you're just a little bit north of me and you guys are supposed to be getting hit pretty, like, it's actually going to hit you worse than it's supposed to hit us if it goes where it's supposed to. So how are you feeling right now?
I'm fine. I'm not panicking at the moment.
I
might get like a little generator tomorrow, maybe. Depends. I'm just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been through this. It's like preseason. It's something we do every year. It's this season, so it's not surprising if that makes sense. A lot of people around here that live around here for a long time act like these hurricanes are a surprise and everybody need to panic. Like, they go through this every year.
Yeah, but once you're hit with something like Ian, like last year, like, my parents had 3.5 feet of water in their house, and they're calling for storm surge again. Not as bad this time, but it's just.
Well,
PTSD sets in.
Okay, fair, respectfully, and I get that. My only thing is, but about it, like for a whole year, you knew it was hurricane season. So during that year, get prepared for this. Don't be having fights in Publix,
right?
Gas stations, and all that. When you know this is the season, so you should have been prepared. Like, I don't get it, but that's me as a logical guy. I don't know.
I don't know how y'all deal with it. I couldn't, Florida's a nice place to visit. I couldn't live there. I can't deal with that, man. That would drive me crazy having to worry about losing all kinds of stuff. So my heart goes out to all you guys down there in Florida, man, and hopefully it turns out well. I just couldn't do it personally.
I'm glad I got a new roof. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad the roof is new. It's
all right. All right, y'all. As you well know, the news came out today. Our illustrious kicker has been given the axe, and I'm trying not to be, for personal relations and not been too hard on this.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, Christy. So I want to ask Stylez, how do you feel about the kicking situation in Cleveland right now? What do you think the Browns' best move?
So, I just think he was doing well in practice. I heard he was doing really well in practice. He just wasn't doing it in the games, and we keep scoring for a reason. So we had these preseason games, and you can't nail kicks that you're supposed to nail, like you're expected to nail, and you can't really be surprised by the outcome, in my opinion.
No.
So
that's the truth. Yeah.
Pete?
honestly, that I mean, the kicker position is a win or lose thing. You've got one job to do. You kick points. That's it. There's no 1, 2, 3, third down. It's now or never. And unfortunately, I don't like to be hard on the kid, but he came up short. So, you know, Stefanski's going to one of these times. It's going to cost us a game, and that's going to cost Stefanski. And I think he did it too late. He should have done it earlier, but it's done. That's it's a shame, but.
Chrissy,
Well,
what do you
that's
think?
why I'm wearing my Brownie the Elf shirt, because I can't jinx him. They've already replaced him, so I'm, not going to buy any more jerseys, Marcus.
Everything that you
have my full support of my husband, by the way, on that.
I just want to put out everything that you put your stamp on is just turned. I don't know what it is. So
You know how many Myles Garrett jerseys I have?
I get that. That's it is what it is.
We need to get a Stylez Tampa jersey now.
Yeah.
Amen.
We gotta ask Stylez now. Now Stylez, as a former player, and we don't want something like this. I want to know what you've been up to, and how, if something like that was to happen to Cade, how could he, persevere? What's your critique?
It's a part of the business. It's easy because in sports, you get the job done or you get replaced. There's no, you know what I mean? And he had chances. He had a whole year or two, whatever, I forget. Was he drafted last year? Was it last year?
Yeah, he was going.
Yeah, that all year, all preseason. And if you can't do it, you got to find somebody else to do it. It ain't like you, it's not like a normal job where you got to go through the process and do this and that. He didn't do it. And you got to find somebody that's going to perform. And the guy from the Chargers is 84% right now with everything. 32 years old, game winner. I mean, he is a gamer. You know what I mean? I don't feel bad for Cade, to be honest. But why would I feel bad for him? Like you said, he got one job. Though I think it's easy. Can I do it? No, I mean, I'm an athlete, so. No, seriously, I can't. But on some real, I just don't see. He just wasn't performing, and when it counted, he was working hard in practice, so it wasn't like he was a bad character guy or. No. Like your boy Denzel, whatever, but he wasn't none of that.
We gonna get to that. Don't worry.
We definitely need to talk about that.
He wasn't none of that. He was a good kid. He worked hard. He just couldn't. When the lights came on, he couldn't finish.
Do you think, I was thinking he's thinking too much about it when he got out there? You could see, because during the practices, and we had seen video of him at the practices, he would go out there and kick the field goals, fine, no problem. But there was no pressure on him. Right. He didn't have other people in his face. And, even pre-game, we had members in BFO that were going live, and you could see him kicking, and he was making those field goals no problem. Mm-hmm. So do you think maybe it was just he was getting inside his own head,
mental issues,
thinking too much?
Here's my thing, right? As an athlete, he get paid a lot of money, relatively speaking, for his, and relatively speaking for a job, right? He paid a lot of money just to kick the ball through the uprights. You know what I mean? And routine kicks he's done in college. That's why he got drafted in the 4th round, I believe. So he's done everything that he needed to do. As far as him being in his head, he's professional. But you know what I mean? At this point, he's professional. So that's why a lot of guys, whether it be kickers or whatever, can't make that transition. When it's on the line, you gotta make it happen, period. So.
And we've seen it before where, college football players have been super successful. Look at Tebow. Right. He was Heisman Trophy winner, and then gets drafted, and
Kyler Murray.
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about him because I said before, he has done absolutely.
I don't know. What is this? No, he doing that.
He's done absolutely nothing to me. Nothing. I don't know. He got 180 million, and now
Mr. Deacon does not.
You're wearing these tight tops, and I don't know. I'm just. It's just blowing my mind.
He stole that from my bra drawer.
But hold on, wait. I did look at it. The guys do wear it, except a lot of the guys wear with their shirts. Like they wear a shirt either over it, or they wear it on top, that thing on top, but they have a shirt on, so it doesn't look like. I've seen people with the Bucks or whatever, they wore it too, and I was like, oh, it doesn't look as obvious as he does. I don't know why.
Isn't it like a medical device? Like, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's supposed to be the safest place. Yeah, it is. I think all the players, mostly all the players use it for them making studies of
heart rates and stuff.
Right, all of that stuff. So it's a real thing. It's just how he wore it.
Right.
No doubt. All right, y'all. So, Christy, like, as you know, we got a lot of these tickets. We are still giving away Six Flags tickets. So, like we do, every show, we're going to just ask you one question this week. So, Christy, I need you to let them know what the question is so these guys can win 6 tickets to Six Flags. Let them know.
All right. And Stylez, this question isn't for you. You already asked if you could win tickets. This question is not for you.
I got you, Stylez. I got you.
I ain't local, so I can't.
All right. So, I'm going to give you guys multiple choice again. All right. So, who was the first #1 NFL draft pick who had also won a BCS championship to go on to play for the Super Bowl?
What?
Run it back one more time, Christy. Run it back.
Yeah, because it's a pretty long question, okay? So this person was drafted first in the NFL after they had previously played and won a national championship in the BCS. And then he went on to play in the Super Bowl. Okay. So it's either Peyton Manning, Andrew Luck, Cam Newton, or Matthew Stafford.
All right. We're making it. Hey, if you watch it, we're making it easier for you. Come on, man.
You got multiple choice.
You got computers, laptops, and tablets, and can't get these questions right. I don't understand it. But anyway.
I knew that question before I even flipped the page to see the answer. I knew.
Now that we got that out the way, Stylez, I want to ask you. The Browns got some injuries right now. What do you think about this injury report and the 53-man roster? How does that look to you?
Who's hurt? Jakeem? Like he got hurt.
Denzel is in protocol concussion right now.
He's always in protocol concussion. He always like that's like a walk. That's like respectfully, like that's he's always in concussion protocol. Yeah. He's always like it is a part of his lifestyle. Yeah. I don't think there's ever a chance or opportunity where he might give me 5 weeks and then he get in some. He's very. I mean, he stayed healthy enough to get that nice contract, but
yeah, he's got a point.
You say when you say Denzel Ward is in concussion protocol or concussion protocol or injured, that's not really. That's just like par for the course for him.
Isn't that just a procedure? Isn't that a procedural thing?
Right, like he just.
Who was
concussion protocol? Yeah.
Wait, who was it that we just got rid of that also had the same problem? That also worked in the defensive secondary? Crap, I can't remember his name now. But we got rid of him too just recently because he was always hurt. It was.
Was it?
You talking about Anthony Schwartz stayed hurt too?
No, I'm so glad he's gone. Oh my God, it's about time he's gone. No, he didn't play for him. No, it was a. Okay, Pete. Zach was picking on him because he posted pictures of his dogs, and me and Tina were like all excited. Do you remember who it was? Come on, former Buckeye player. Come on, Pete. Come on.
I can't remember now.
Oh, jeez, I'm gonna have to look it up. All right, talk amongst yourself.
She's gonna have to look it up now.
Christy, you look it up.
Because it's gonna drive me nuts.
So, Stylez, I want, and like I said, with the 53-man roster, do you think this is complete? Do you see any weaknesses right now in the Browns?
Well, first, I'm glad you asked. Because first off, I am very, very, very excited about Jim Schwartz, and they don't talk about him enough.
Yes.
When they decided to sign Jim Schwartz, I was like, that's 3-4 more games we're gonna win. Because look at his track record. Yeah, he wasn't that great of a coach and head coach. But as a D coordinator and as a defensive guy, he was great. He knew, and I can tell you when I watched it, like I try to catch. I'm still debating on how I want to watch the games, but you can tell by the get-offs from the D line, it's just different.
You're gonna watch
everybody's getting off the ball. Like I was just like, shit. Oh, my bad.
Oh no, you good? You can let it out here on TMDE. We don't care. Go ahead.
He dropped F-bombs. He shouldn't.
I was like, yo, they are getting off the ball, and they scored 6 times in the preseason already, like on defense or whatever. Like, he is a difference maker, and I think he understands. I think that what he's doing isn't one size fit all. So I think he's making adjustments. Like, so we play the Bengals, right? So we know that we probably end up doubling oh boy, or we zone the oh boy, like to Jamar Chase or whatever. Like he gets it, like, and he understands being there where we're strong at, and he works towards that. You know what I mean? And then the new additions. Andrew Berry, like I love it. I am very excited about the defense this year than the offense.
What we needed to hear.
I'm very, and I know
players.
Don't get me wrong. Chubb is a mainstay. I'm not. I know Chubb gonna do his thing. Mark Cooper given opportunity, he's gonna do his thing. Deshaun Watson hopefully gonna be in form again. Gonna do his like everybody. I feel like. Obviously Chubb is as good as advertised. That's just who he is. Amari Cooper same way, and Deshaun obviously given, not playing a lot, we should see him back in form. But the defense, I think, is the thing that has the mostly improved to keep us in the games. So I hope I answered your question, but I'm excited about you.
Oh no, you good because it's a lot of even though everything is going, it's still a lot of. Not as many question marks as we used to, but there are question marks, at certain positions. Some people felt they should have kept Dobbs, and DTR is too soon for DTR. I say if he earned it, he looked more polished. It is what it is. Now that we've rectified the kicking situation, but there is another. We did get a Bubba Ventrone. Now that Jakeem Grant is hurt, who should be returning these kicks on this team? Who do you feel should be getting that ball?
So there's another guy. I can't think of his name. They was excited about another guy who just came back. I don't know who he was.
Austin Watkins Jr.
Who is it?
Austin Watkins Jr.
Right. So
Norfolk Myers.
There's another returner that was supposed to that returned that night. That wasn't Watkins.
No. You talking about Marquise Goodwin? Marquise Goodwin came back.
Well,
he came back from blood clot.
I mean, our special teams, as far as that goes, never been good outside of Joshua Cribbs and whatnot. So it'd be nice to have somebody. I honestly feel like I don't know how Watkins is as a returnman. I hope he could because I want to see him play. But I would think that our kickoff return will probably be the weakest part of our team, honestly, because Denzel Ward is going to be hurt this year, but we got like 3 or 4. That Emerson dude is killing it. Zero, what's his name?
Juan.
No, Juan Thornhill.
No, he's a safety. The other corner. His father played in the league.
Greg Newsome.
He's pretty good. Emerson. I forgot the other 2 guys. They all by committee are pretty good.
Yeah, so AJ Green, a couple people like that.
I'm really concerned about the DBs, and now we got a little bit more depth on linebackers. D-line, obviously, we got better at in the middle, and DNs, they do the miles. He like Chubb, he's gonna do his thing. Offensive line look good. I think the depth in the O line might hurt us a little bit because our O-line always seems to get hurt throughout the season. So that might be a little shaky. As far as DTR goes, you know what? I still don't understand why we didn't keep Kareem Hunt, but I feel like we're a little shaky after Chubb. It's going to be a big drop-off between Chubb and the next backup, which I thought what's the second? The dude that
Jerome Ford out of Cincinnati.
I'm not impressed with Jerome Ford. He doesn't do anything for me. What's the other guy name?
They got Felton, and they picked up the other guy from the New England.
Felton, I like.
Felton,
I like. Yeah. He gives me a good vibe. They say they don't need to scat back, but I think he still gives me a good vibe. And the quarterback, as far as Dobbs and DTR, I'll tell you this. everybody like, oh, like especially here in Florida. Oh my gosh, Browns fans. Yo, you see DTR? He's prime. He's blah blah blah. And I'm like, dude, this preseason. Chill out. Like this is he took basic information that he got because it's vanilla, and he did well in it. He could play, right? Like he could play. Dobbs had his opportunities when he got let go or traded, or when he had big games. We know what he is. We don't know what DTR is. Correct. So we might as well go ahead and give DTR the shot and not keep Dobbs, because we already know what Dobbs is.
Well, and also I think that with DTR, since he is young, we can let him sit behind Deshaun and learn from Deshaun, because Deshaun is one of the best quarterbacks to play in the NFL. You know, whether he still has it now or not.
We're going to see. He's still that guy.
Yeah, hopefully he is still that guy, you know, but he was, when he was playing, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. Yeah. And that's why we have DTR to sit back and to learn from him. Hopefully we don't have to use DTR. I've already said that before. But
we will. I don't
know. That's always hurt. Greedy.
Yeah. Yeah, greedy. Yeah, greedy. But like I said, I think we got a committee of DBs. DTR would be good. I think they understand that if Deshaun goes down, they don't necessarily have to change up the offense with DTR.
Right.
They can kind of fill that void, give him a chance. Like for instance, when you had Jacoby Brissett, you couldn't do the same things with Jacoby Brissett you do with Deshaun. DTR, I feel like you can. So I think that, and Dobbs is great, and he did great last year in the preseason. It just that when it was time for him, put it like this: if we had a good one in Dobbs, we would have never traded him, because remember he was with the Titans. And he had an opportunity to prove himself, and we ended up with him. So he was more of a safety net, but not
we kept him over Jacoby. Oh. We kept Dobbs over Jacoby. Like, right. I don't think that they meant to keep Dobbs for anything more than a bargaining chip to begin with. Because why would we get rid of Jacoby?
Well, one of the reasons they let Jacoby go, Chrissy, because Jacoby was getting like 9 or 12 million, you know, and it's a cheaper option.
He's a better quarterback too.
You know, he might be a better quarterback, but this guy can make more money. And why sit behind somebody when you can go out and really get your money? You know what I'm saying? So Dobbs came in for $2 million. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, and then all of a sudden, they discovered that this rookie can handle his business.
Exactly.
So
right.
Things change, you know. So
had they not, we would have had Dobbs, right? Had we not, we had Dobbs. And you also got to understand that if Deshaun messes up or Deshaun doesn't have a great outing, then we call for Jacoby. We don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want that. So if Deshaun messes up, they're not going to call for DTR unless it's like he got 3 years. He's going to play until he get hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's going to be no desire to put DTR in because we don't have to. So as far as Deshaun being that guy, he's only going to be that guy. And I don't care if he plays bad or not. But with Jacoby, you'd be like, we got to play Jacoby. It's pressure. DTR is like, you know, he can sit back. He can relax. He can.
Definitely.
Play
he's going to learn. He's going to be a sponge, and he's going to watch, and he's going to learn, and he's going to be great. I mean, he's got a similar style as Deshaun anyway, you know, the way he passes and the way he can scramble. I mean, at least he's not getting sacked.
No doubt. Pete, before we go, Pete, we up against it. Pete, I need your thoughts real quick, and then we're going to end it up winding out the show. So, Pete, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you good.
We're safe. We're safe. If Watson goes down for whatever reason, we are safe. DTR is it's not a nasty thing to have to say, but he's a budget Watson. He does everything that Watson does, and he's on the scramble as well. It's just, just wait. I cannot.
All right. So I gotta ask our guest real quick, and you know, I'm not gonna say what Christy wants. Stylez, what is the Browns record for this season? What do you see?
Good question.
Have you heard my prediction yet?
I'll say no. What is your prediction?
I'm not going to tell you after you say. I'll tell you what mine is after you say.
Okay.
I have no problem.
So, honestly, I want to say maybe 11-6.
Good shout.
That's 7 games.
Very good shout.
Okay, he's being sensible. You know,
Mhm.
he's
He was saying like 2 and 5, right?
If you know, I've already got us going 6 and 2 right now at the beginning of the season. So,
okay.
I'm gonna take that. I'll take that.
yeah,
I'll
I
take it.
gotta go 6 and 2 at the beginning of the season. So, I mean, but ideally, I would like to have, like to be like 13 and 3 or whatever this was, 13 and 4.
Yeah, 13.
Something like that, 13 and 4. But we gotta,
I've been saying 14 to 3.
So what's your final? Is that your final?
who made?
11,
Yeah.
11 and 6. 11 and 6 has got
Okay.
a chance to win the division. Okay, that's all I care about.
Mhm.
Let's win the division. Let's get into the playoffs. That's all I care about. Even if that's 10-7, I don't care. Let's win the division. We've never done it before, so
All right, y'all. We are way up against that.
no. There's so much more
it is.
questions we need to ask.
That defense. I think the defense is going to really. I think that defense is going to be.
That's the question I was going to ask. Yeah, we're
Defense wins championship.
ranked as top 5 defense. That's like wow. I mean, honestly, defenses win rings. That's simple.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
Defense wins rings.
All right, y'all. I want to thank our special guest, Mr. Stylez White, for coming on the show. I
Thank you,
appreciate you
sir.
so much for
Thank
coming
y'all.
on and sharing your critique, and you know, have all this NFL experience, and like, wow, man, you've been a great journeyman, and it's hard. That's got to be hard on you. Got to be hard, but you living the dream. You live the dream.
Nightmares are dreams. Nightmares are dreams.
And I hope everything goes well in Florida. And like I say every week, and y'all get this right with this timing.
Hey, listen, just so you know,
go ahead.
I might be out there for the San Francisco game. I might try to come out there for the San Francisco game. This October 16th, October 15th, or whatever like
15th.
that.
Okay.
15th, the day before my birthday.
I think I'm trying to get. Let's make this about Christy. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get some tickets. I'm trying to call some people, but I'm trying to get out there. So I
You
probably.
need tickets?
I would like to have. I mean, my dude from college. So
We'll
I'm trying to-
go to BFO. BFO will make sure you
We
get.
do. It's what we do. It's what we
Yeah,
do.
we'll definitely take care of you.
Listen, I really come for the tailgate because I heard it's popping.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we got you taken care of for that too. We'll get you hooked up with our dog father, Unique Brown.
Oh yeah,
You'll be set.
I like it. I like
He-
it. All right, so I mean,
He's the best tailgater to party with.
No problem. No problem.
All right, y'all.
All right, let's do it, Marcus. We're ready. We're doing it with you.
Make sure y'all answer the questions. And like I say every week, go Browns,
Browns.
bitches.
Browns bitches.
And we'll see y'all next week. And thank you, Mr. We appreciate you, Mr. White. We appreciate
yeah,
you.
anytime. Thank you.